May the 28th was an amazing day for game releases, and GameTank is here to lead you through the best.
So hold on to your gamepad, wave goodbye to your social life and prepare to have no money for the next 4 weeks.
Unless of course you're a billionaire. Invest in GameTank.
So, you want to be a fighter? This is how.
Hey Ian, what would you do if I told you there was a game full of sweaty, half-naked men cavorting with each other?
I'd probably get it for you for your birthday, Dan.
Oh, you.
The game is actually a 2010 update to the popular UFC Undisputed series.
Is it called UFC Undisputed 2010?
That's right.
Yes!
The title is set to deliver all the action, intensity and prestige of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and players will have access to more than 100 prolific UFC fighters. The game will also encourage online camaraderie like never before, giving players the ability to form fight camps and leagues, train like real-life UFC fighters, and go online to compete against other camps in the virtual UFC world. A recently released video centres on current UFC lightweight champion BJ the Prodigy Penn.
I earned a black belt after just 3 years of training.
As one of the world's most renowned fighters, Penn brings an unrivaled level of skill and athleticism to the game. His stand-up fighting is notorious and his legendary submissions are second to none. UFC Undisputed 2010 captures the proficiency of Penn and more than 100 UFC fighters with a multitude of enhanced combat features, including full upper body and head movement with a new sway system, new posture system that allows for stronger fight-ending strikes from the ground, the ability to change stances during a fight, and a variety of new strikes, submissions, transitions, and more.
So you want to be a fighter? This is how.
Hey Ian, if you could make some changes to the great game of football, what would you do?
Well, Dan, I think I'd change the name to Kickball because it sounds better. I'd make the top players give 80% of their salary to charity, and finally, I think I'd take the ball away and see how they get on, because I don't actually like football.
Right, thanks for that. Well, as World Cup fever grows, there are going to be several football games out there on shop shelves this summer, each vying for your attention. So which one is going to be the one that gets you to spend your hard-earned gaming pounds?
Well, Ubisoft have done something a bit different with Pure Football. This game is built on the premise that referees and rules can lead to players thinking at the end of a game, "We was robbed!" Pure Football is all about players getting together for a manic five-a-side kickabout without any of the fun being taken out by silly rules and refs.
The game is a refreshing new approach to a football video game. The over-the-shoulder camera will give it a particularly interesting dynamic and will actually put you down there on the grass, which, after all, is where you want to be. Maybe this will start a new trend for footy games. It'll be interesting to see how it works. You'll be right in the heart of the action. The game is set to include 230 elite footballers, 17 international teams and 17 legendary players, including Steven Gerrard, who's from Liverpool. I checked that fact myself. Jumpers for goalposts. Marvellous. Yes! Blur the game is coming to Xbox 360 and PS3.
What? Is this another download package for Rock Band, where you get the chance to play as the Britpop band Blur and pretend you're Damon Albarn before he turned into a cartoon character and joined a band called Gorillaz?
No, it's nothing to do with that. You couldn't be wronger about this one. It's not about music at all. What happens when a car drives past you really fast?
I don't know, it all happens so fast it just goes past in a bit of a blur.
That's right, except a bit of a blur is a bit too long-winded, so developers Bizarre Creations have just gone with the shorter version and called their game Blur. Blur is a fun arcade driving game with outrageous pickups and power-ups. Sound like Mario Kart? Yes, those comparisons have already been made during this game's development, so we may as well get them out of the way now. And those comparisons are, we suppose, fair. But it's so much more than that.
You speed through real-world track locations packed with fast curves, sneaky alternative routes and hair-raising jumps as you collect intense power-ups, including the ability to blast other cars out of the way with huge bursts of energy, boost their speed and more. So yeah, think Mario Kart but cross it with Wipeout and throw in a handful of the real world too. You can expect licensed cars, photorealistic graphics and real-world locations, all combined with gameplay designed completely to focus on fun and featuring intuitive pick-up and play controls. Blur is for all types of gamers regardless of experience or skill level.
Keep it real, keep it GameTank.